If you're Max Strus, you cannot be guarding Brook Lopez like this. First of all, you got to keep your man in front of you at all times because you're not seeing the ball. But you got to be battling for position with Lopez, like right now. Look at this. You're not doing any of this. You're just letting Lopez hang out in the charge circle. So now you're fronting the post with no backside help. I mean, if you're Duncan Robinson, this double team is completely pointless. Jimmy Butler is fine. Why are you not at least trying to guard Bobby Portis? Look at this. I mean, what are you doing? If you're Max Strus, you're just not battling for position with Brook Lopez. You got to get up. Battle for position now. Look at, you're waiting. You're waiting. You're letting Brook Lopez dictate the contact. So again, this happens. If you're Max Strus, you have to sprint backs. You have to get your feet set. This is terrible. You are jogging. So look at this. When Chris Middleton catches this ball, you're not ready to guard. He can just rip and go right by you. So Duncan Robinson's about an hour late to get over this handoff right here. You have to switch. Bam Adebayo's got to come out. Duncan Robinson has to call for a switch. You're not getting out to Grayson Allen. Like, the fact that you're not calling for a switch and trying to get out here is detrimental to the defense. An awful switch by Max Strus. You need to sprint up. You need to be level to the screener when you switch. Look, you can't be slowing down right now. You have got to get your feet set right here. You've got to be ready to guard. Like, look at this switch. Are you ready to guard right now? No. So now that draws a double. Bad drop coverage here by Kevin Love. You got to do something with the ball. Like, you got to come over. If your feet are set in a defensive stance, you can stunt at the ball, and that'll delay Jrue Holiday, and you'll be able to recover. But all you're doing is backpedaling. This is not guarding the ball. This isn't doing anything. Kevin Love has to take Jrue Holiday here. Transition defense, you get cross-matched all the time. But you got to communicate this so Caleb Martin can take Brook Lopez. What you can't have happen, and this is what happens when you don't communicate, is look at this. Two people were standing guarding Jrue Holiday. So where's Brook Lopez? He's right there and no one's there to guard him. If you're Kevin Love, stay attached to your man. When Jrue Holiday comes off of this screen, you can hedge. But look what you're doing. You're already hedging. Brook Lopez hasn't set a screen. So now Brook Lopez slips it and trouble. The Heat are in a zone, and they're not communicating in this zone. If Caleb Martin is coming over here to take Bobby Portis, you got to sprint over here, first of all, and tell Victor Oladipo so he can stay here with Pat Connaughton. And then everybody else can stay home. But look at this. I mean, Caleb Martin's jogging and isn't communicating that he's taking Bobby Portis. So now we're stuck with two people guarding the ball, so someone's open. I mean, this is another awful switch. If you're Bam Adebayo and this is a switch, then you need to be up. You got to be ready to guard. Look at Adebayo here. Where are you? So Chris Middleton's coming off the screen, and he's open. Okay, Jimmy Butler goes up with the shot. Kyle Lowry right here can't just be staring. Okay, start to sprint back. Please, sprint now. Like, look at Kyle Lowry. You're just staring. Staring and staring, and now look at transition defense. Okay, so Max Strus gets beaten off the dribble stop. So if Kyle Lowry is stepping up to double here, he needs to communicate that, okay? And then if Victor Oladipo's rotating down to Jrue Holiday, he needs to communicate that because Kevin Love would then stay with Brook Lopez. And if a skip pass was made, Kevin Love would rotate up and Victor Oladipo would come here. But look, this is a disaster. You have 4 Heat players in the paint. So now look, now everyone's got to lunge at Brook Lopez, so he's going to easily get this rebound off the block. Okay, Max Strus has been a total disaster defensively. Like, you're guarding Jrue Holiday here. Jrue Holiday makes a pass. Okay, so you need to sprint and stay with Jrue Holiday. Look at Max Strus taking a nap. So now when Jrue Holiday catches this, you're not ready to guard him. Look at this. So he's got you off balance. Good night. Next possession. This is just horrible pick-and-roll defense. Bam Adebayo has got to get over here and keep his feet set. I don't care where he drops to, but your feet have to be set. You got to guard the ball a little bit. You got to be able to stunt at the ball a little bit and then recover. Like, look at Bam Adebayo here. I mean, could this be any easier for Joe Ingles? Like, I could have done that. Okay, what is Victor Oladipo doing here? You've had about 5 hours to get ready and guard Joe Ingles and get up and guard him. So what? That's what you did? So Brook Lopez takes a 3. Just look at how many Heat players are boxing out right now. Stop. There is not one single Heat player boxing out. Well, so I wonder where the offensive rebound's going to go to. What is Max Strus doing part 1,000? So Bam Adebayo switches the screen. Brook Lopez doesn't set a screen here. So Bam Adebayo switched. Brook Lopez doesn't set a screen. So you need to stay with Brook Lopez. Why are you switching? Like, switching what? Okay, so Bam Adebayo is fronting Brook Lopez without backside help. That's not good, but you get a break. Brook Lopez misses this layup. Stop. But Bam Adebayo's got to stop. Like, you got to turn around and box out. Look at Bam Adebayo. You're just standing here. So look at this. That means Brook Lopez is a part of this play now for no reason, and he gets a deflection. Look at this. It's Max Strus again. Like, stay attached to Bobby Portis. He doesn't set the screen. He slips it. So the fact that you just became unattached to him for no reason, he didn't set a screen. So now Bobby Portis is open, and now the defense is scrambling. So now Bam Adebayo's got to worry about Brook Lopez and Grayson Allen. Okay, so Duncan Robinson gets beat off the dribble. That's fine. It happens all the time. But Gabe Vincent's got to stay with Grayson Allen. Bam Adebayo's coming over here to help. See, here's the problem. We have 3 Heat players guarding Chris Middleton. So, yeah, the perimeter is going to be open for business. This is unbelievable. Again, Grayson Allen is going to set a screen. When Drew Holiday comes off the screen, you can start defending a screen. But Grayson Allen's going to slip this screen, so you got to stay attached. See, you're guarding a screen that doesn't get set. So Grayson Allen just slips this again. You don't switch across screen. Stop. If you're Kyle Lowry, just stay attached to Grayson Allen. When Drew Holiday comes through the cross screen, you just jam him, knock him off his spot, and Jimmy Butler gets through, but you're attached to Grayson Allen. Look at this. You're calling for a switch already. Well, Jimmy Butler's not ready to switch. I mean, sometimes there's just no words. Joe Ingles is going to set a screen. Max Strus is not going to stay attached to him. So Joe Ingles, look at this. He's going to slip the screen. So now Max Strus is guarding a screen that was never set. Good night. Cannot lean towards the screen early. Look at Caleb Martin right here. Watch him leaning towards his Brook Lopez screen right there. Whoops. Well, now you're beat the other way, and Joe Ingles has the space for this at the end of the quarter.